Okay. What is going on? LBHT crew. B. What is going on?
Well, the conspiracy theorists out there finally convinced me the NFL is in fact rigged, and it's showing it's showing in a big way in Charlotte. All right, they are rigging it against Carolina already, but it's all right because we won't persevere and push through.
Okay, all right. We're gonna talk about it. I mean, I don't think you're the only I would say that the 49ers would make that same argument. Okay. That graphic I showed you earlier, the Eye of Sauron is
So,
watching over their practice.
listen, the NFL doesn't need to rig anything against the San Francisco 49ers. They have Kyle Shanahan. All right, the Panthers were ready
He
to
didn't put the
break
practice
through,
field there.
but he has choked away 3 Super Bowls. So
Yeah. See, now you're rallying the troops. Tackle says
thank you,
National
tackle.
Fix League.
Thank you.
Oh Lord, don't go for that. Don't fall for the
Unbelievable.
trap. All right.
Unbelievable.
Listen, y'all. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going well. But if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And I just want to say something. Not for much longer. Not for much longer. We probably won't be streaming on Twitch for much longer. We got another platform that we're going to use. You know what it is? Twitch, we don't get that many viewers on there because they limit like how they put it out, because technically we're not supposed to be multi-streaming between Twitch and YouTube. They don't like that. That's one of their rules. And we constantly break the rules, so I can't complain about it. But I don't like the rule. So it is what it is. We're going to be
Stupid rule.
we're going to be on a much, much better platform here pretty soon, and I'm excited about that. So
Yes.
just stay tuned for that. That's, I want to say a few weeks away, but a couple months away, conservatively. All right. So be on the lookout for that. But yes, make sure you hit that like button, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're listening to the audio form of this, we put this out on Thursday at lunchtime. So we hope you're enjoying your lunch break. Make sure you leave a 5-star review. Okay. And who do we have here? Just Aloe. Salute to Just Aloe. Says, I hope everyone is having a great week. Mike Florio saying he thinks Lamar will sign a long term with the Ravens is a shock. I mean, that's the most obvious thing, right? So really what that's saying is he might be hearing that they're close to a deal,
Yeah.
which I would be surprised, because I don't, typically once they get going, Lamar shuts down the conversation. But I guess technically it's not the start of the season, so maybe they're still talking a little bit. So we'll see. I feel like it was one of those things where he wanted to see what Mahomes got paid and some other quarterbacks, and B, what's this team really looking like? I think that's the main thing. Did he feel comfortable with the team right now? Did he feel like they've done enough? And
I'll tell you what. Based off of what we're hearing in practice, he better sign that deal as quickly as possible before everybody finds out he's a fraud.
Before he gets exposed. He was like, hey, let's bring a contract in here.
Right.
Our super producer Adelia is here. What's going on? Says, hey, welcome to the LBHT show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Super chat or cash app $LBHT show to guarantee your comment is read on air. Sign up for the newsletter and more at LBHTShow.com. Yes, sign up for the newsletter. That's how you vote in the poll that we read the results on towards the end of the show. Also, just go sign up to the membership. It's free. Okay, click the membership dashboard, or just go to the link members.lbhtshow.com, and you can immediately sign up for our Pick'em League. Yes, we have our own Pick'em League. You don't need to go to those other apps where it's all cluttered and you don't know what's going on. We have a Pick'em League in-house. It's clean. It's fun. It doesn't cost you anything, and you can compete with all of us. It's just one league. You don't have to create anything. The league is created. It's one league for all of us.
And the best thing about it, I would say, is that you mentioned all those other apps. Those other apps use the pick'em leagues and fantasy leagues to draw you in, to convert you into a better. Right? That's not what we're doing over here. Okay, we respect your wallets.
Facts. Clot is in the building. What's good? Good to see you. Team Ramey, salute. Good to see you. Alfonso Richardson says Brodny with the Capricorn energy. Yeah.
call that the truth around here.
Huh?
Like to call it the truth around here.
Oh, he called it the truth. He calls it the truth. My bad. It's the truth, y'all. It's the truth. Slim Smith, salute, salute. Stacy, good evening. Good evening. So good evening, Jose, Brodny, and everyone. And shout out to Adelia. We got Urban in the house. What up, Urban? Says, what up, y'all? Mr. Harbaugh wanted to let y'all know yet again he is the head coach of the New York Giants. Hope all is well with y'all. I've been meaning to clip that. I gotta clip that. I gotta clip that. That's gonna be a soundbite for sure. I think it says should we'll call Twitch streaming ending discrimination.
Okay, well. Oh, and
Yeah.
there he is, right on time.
For sure. Yeah, there you go. He goes, nah, you don't respect my wallet. I paid $3 for Patreon and can't ever get my comments read. Anyone want LBHT coins or links, hit me up. Yes. If you want a link to the overtime show, you don't want to pay for it, Suge will oblige you. Okay. If you want a bootleg t-shirt, he will oblige you. That's your hookup right there. Okay. Who else do we got in here? Danity. What's going on, Danity? Says, welcome to the chat. Please hit the like and subscribe button as you enter. Super chat is available. Cash App, $ LBHT Show. Patreon, patreon.com/LBHT Show. That's for our premium members. I mentioned free membership earlier. That's at LBHTShow.com. Premium membership, patreon.com/LBHT Show. Or you can sign up for a channel membership. That's how you can support the show even further. All right. Yes, road to 4K. Hashtag Jacoby can catch. Facts. Very happy about that. Who else do we have in here? Our guy Jared's in the house. What's up, Jared? From the
Jared?
Southern Baller Show. Good to see you. Salute. Let's see. We got Killer Cam in the house. Says Marty Mortywig to the Giants. Is he really?
He was there shadowing.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he retired a long time ago.
I don't think he's actually, employed by the Giants.
That's on par with Harbaugh. He likes to keep his friends around.
Well, all teams do. They'll bring coaches in and have them just kind of stay and learn whatever they can learn. It's fine. You're not gonna learn anything in New York, but
so like I admire that from a friend standpoint. Like if he rocks with you, he's gonna look out for you. I respect that, right? Like he got friends that aren't good at the jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
he needs a better class of friends.
But that tells me Martin Mortywing maybe he doesn't want to retire. He wants to unretire. He wants to get back into it. So hey, I'm gonna bring you over here. You'll be an advisor. Put something on your resume, and I'll make some calls. Get you a job.
They always tell the athletes, "Oh, you gotta get rid of the posse. You can't have all your friends hanging around." They don't tell John Harbaugh that.
How about that? Osmond, what's good? Good to see you, man. Yes. Who else is in here? We got Big Reg. Salute. Good to see you. We got I be saying in the building. I got it. Way to put together those emojis. Rainmaker, what's good? Good to see you. Yes, hit that like button. Yolanda's here. What's up, Yolanda?
What up, Yolanda?
Good to see you. Tracy is here. What's going on, Tracy? Good to see you.
Tracy.
This is my people, Jose and Brodny. Hope everyone's doing well. We are doing well, Tracy. Thank you for asking. And our guy, Jay the Six. Salute. Okay, we have a few things to cover. Obviously, we're going to cover training camp. We got a preseason game tomorrow featuring Brodny's Panthers. So we're going to break that down. What do we want to see out of that game? And I have, I don't have a criticism yet. It's the first game. But we'll discuss it. We'll discuss, obviously, the Ravens training camp, what's going on there. Zay Flowers signing, his brand new deal. Lots of things going on. And we got another fun court of public opinion. You know what? I teased it last week. I'll tease it this week. It's your boy Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Aaron, hey, look at me, Rodgers.
That's
Okay,
right.
he was on Pat McAfee's show and he had a few things to say about a couple people, and we're gonna break that down. That'll be a court of public opinion. So just think about that. All right. So we are going to get into the action, but first, we like to start every show with a Black History fact, and B and Akole have a Black History fact for you.
This week on the LBHT Black History Fact, Abram Petrovich Gannibal's life traces one of the most remarkable arcs in European history, a journey that begins with his capture as a child in Central Africa and ends with his rise to one of the highest military and intellectual ranks in Imperial Russia. Born around 1696, likely in the kingdom of Logone-Berny near Lake Chad, he was taken during regional conflicts and sold into Ottoman hands. After a period in Constantinople, he was brought to Russia as a gift to Tsar Peter the Great. Peter freed him, baptized him, and raised him within his inner circle, treating him not as a servant, but as a protégé, whose education would symbolize Russia's modernization. Gannibal absorbed mathematics, engineering, languages, and military science with extraordinary speed, eventually studying in France under leading Enlightenment engineers, and even serving in European military campaigns. When he returned to Russia, Gannibal became one of the empire's foremost military engineers. He designed fortresses, wrote foundational textbooks on fortification and mathematics, and trained the first generation of Russian engineers. His expertise and loyalty earned him noble status, land, and a steady rise through the ranks until he achieved the title of General-in-Chief. Beyond his military work, he served as an administrator, a scholar, and a contributor to Peter's broader project of transforming Russia into a modern European power. He built a large family whose descendants entered the Russian aristocracy, including his great-grandson Alexander Pushkin, who would become Russia's most celebrated poet. Gannibal died in 1781, leaving behind a legacy defined by intellect, resilience, and an extraordinary ascent from enslavement to the pinnacle of imperial service.
Salute to the Black History fact. Man, we all the way over in Russia.
Yeah. Thank you to Osmond for sending that in. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes. We got a question here. Vol for Life wants to know, why is the music so loud? I want to know why your ear's so old. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I turned it down. StreamYard loves blasting the music. I have no idea why.
Yeah, StreamYard has made some upgrades. It's gotten better from when we first started, but it's not all the way there yet. But, in the future, we should be able to regulate everything ourselves. So,
yeah,
that's our nice way of saying, deal with it. Okay?
No, I will turn it down more moving forward.
Yeah. We're not trying to blow out your eardrums there. All right. Darius D. Bowser, what's going on? It says original Superfly. Yeah. Is he who they named that drink after? What drink? I don't know. I don't drink. Possibly. Likely. Yes, Ellis. The Aaron Rodgers fake wife scandal is wild. We will touch on that. I think a lot of what he was saying on Pat McAfee was just his way of deflecting from himself. I know. That's what it is. He wants attention, but also he wants to deflect attention from himself.
He only wants the kind of attention he wants.
Yes. He wants it a certain way. So, you're talking about the Black Russian. That is a good question.
I'm gonna guess no, but I don't know for sure.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Maybe. Any drinkers in here that would know that? That's a good question. Darlene Harris, salute. Good to see you. Jose, you are low. Am I coming in low for everybody else? I'm not sure. I checked the audio levels. Um, I don't know. I
No,
don't know.
it gets its name from its two main components, vodka and coffee liquor, which turns the drink dark or black.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna troubleshoot this. Let's bring up the let's do the Panthers training camp since the preseason is tomorrow. Let's bring up that first graphic and I'm going to troubleshoot this real quick.
Mm-hmm. It says, how much should Panthers fans read into Kenny Pickett's performance? Not at all. Kenny Pickett is going to be starting tomorrow because it is the Hall of Fame game. It's an extra preseason game for Carolina and Arizona, so none of the starters in Carolina are going to be playing, and that's great news because they have been dropping like flies down there in Charlotte. We know that Nick Scorton is out for the year. Brassel Dazzle out for the year. LeBron Ray just retired the other day out of nowhere. Today, Sadiq Charles, who's filling in for Damian Lewis and Rob Hunt, the starting guards, and all reports say he's been playing well. He just got put on IR. He's done for the season. So I think they should cancel the game, honestly. Just go ahead and wrap it up. Get to the season and let everybody play. We don't need any more injuries out here. We're not the deepest team in the NFL. If I'm going to be polite about it, diplomatic. They don't have the most depth out there. Can't afford to lose anybody else. So they need to maybe take it slow and tiptoe their way into September.
How's it sound? Does it sound better? Does it sound like I'm coming in a little bit better?
I mean, it sounds
No?
the same to me, honestly.
Does it sound, Dilly, does it sound low still, or I see you shaking your head? If I have to speak louder, I'll speak a little bit louder. I'll have to troubleshoot that later. But listen, I put this graphic together, and you see it. I couldn't help but to laugh. This is not Photoshop, okay? This is not Photoshop, but you see it. You know what I'm talking about.
I should leave my man alone.
How about that? Listen, man, like he really does have small hands. He's really got small hands.
And thank God for the gloves because they would look even tinier without him.
I mean, his arms look a little short too, for being honest.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't know why they signed this guy. Honestly, he's had a couple shots and has not shown that he's ready to be an NFL quarterback in any capacity, really. So I was kind of disappointed with that signing, but it is what it is at this point. He's there. He's the backup, and gotta protect Bryce.
Okay, everybody else in the chat saying I sound okay. All right, as long as y'all can hear me, as long as you can hear me, that's cool. We know, Shay. He says he prefers a white Russian. And Rob, what up? Coach, what's good?
What up, Coach?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Warbone, here we go with the trash talking. Hello, didn't know Zay Flowers is y'all number one wide receiver for the Ravens. Okay. All right. Who's your number one?
Wait, I mean, I don't even how. Okay.
Your wide receiver literally wears a trash bag over his head. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. So, no, I don't think you should look too much into it. Like, you want to see him play competent. Like, he has to be better than he's got to be better than Andy Dalton.
Everybody's better than Andy Dalton. I'm better than Andy Dalton. That's not saying much.
Like, seriously, like he has to, like, hopefully Bryce Young doesn't miss any games, right?
Yeah.
But if Kenny Pickett has to step in for a game or two, he can't look like Andy Dalton did last year. That's like, you don't expect your backup quarterbacks to play as good as the starters, right? But you can't look the way Andy Dalton looked. You know what I mean?
No, you can't. It was unacceptable. And
he's a veteran.
To have him on the team, honestly.
Yeah, I expect Kenny Pickett to look solid. That's why I expect.
He should. He should look fine. He was a first round pick. He should be able to play against a backup defense.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Oh, here goes. Damn you, Suge. Says, you know what, Jose? I had the volume all the way down. My bad.
And you wonder why we don't read your comments.
You know, if I had Dandy over on Twitch, I have her put you on timeout. Okay.
I never put you down.
Okay, what do we have next?
Ridiculous. Which young Panthers need to shine? You got Jimmy Horn Jr., Monroe Freeling, and Lee Hunter. I know Monroe's not playing. I don't think Lee Hunter will be playing. I could be wrong there. But Jimmy Horn, he needs to take every opportunity he can. And, apparently he's been having a good camp. He needs to continue that trend throughout the preseason. He needs to play well and secure that roster spot. I don't have any doubt that if they make an effort to get him the ball, he can make plays tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I put these guys on here because, like, they're young.
Yeah,
this is Jimmy's like second year. The other two are freshmen. You can insert whatever name you want, right? It doesn't have to be these guys. Any name that you're looking to see perform. Do that. But yes, Jimmy Horn for sure, because he's had, from what I heard, a pretty good camp.
Yeah, Princely said it best when he was asked what he's looking forward to in tomorrow's game, and he said, "I'm looking forward to standing on the sideline in a jumpsuit." Right? Because it's not that they're playing their game earlier than everybody else. It's an extra game that everybody else doesn't have to play, which is why none of the starters are going to be out there, and they shouldn't be.
And you know what? And I agree with that. Like last year, I got on them because I was like, "Hey, you guys didn't take preseason seriously." I felt like they didn't take it seriously. They didn't get nearly enough reps, and it showed early on. You know, but you have an extra game. You don't need to be in this game. You know what I mean?
Especially with the disastrous start to camp that they've had.
Yeah, but somebody like Jimmy Horn, he needs to play like it's regular season.
Yeah. And I think he'll show up, and I think he'll play well.
He's got talent.
Yeah.
He's got talent, and that's the main person I'm looking to see.
And unfortunately, Brazel being out for the season means it's going to be easier for him to make the roster.
Yes,
it's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah. All right, what's next? There we go. This is the big one here.
Xavier Liget, healthy, focused, and ready. Got carted off yesterday, but they said it was just a scare. He had a stinger. He was evaluated for a concussion, and he did not have one, so he's all right. He should be good to go. I don't imagine you'll see Xavier Liget in this game tomorrow, but yes, the talk is that he's had a great camp, a better camp than he's had the last couple of years. He's trimmed down a bit. I mean, he's obviously still a big guy. Like he's 6'4", 200, whatever. But yeah, it looks like he's obviously been putting in the work. And like it says, he seems like he's more focused and kind of ready to step his game up beyond what we've seen the last couple of years. I said last week, I honestly believe he's going to turn it around this season. And I'm not saying that he's going to go out there and for 1,000 yards or anything like that, but I think he's going to grab that number 3 job and be a positive contributor for Carolina this season.
Yeah, I agree. Like I heard he's been having a strong camp. Chad Ochocinco has been mentoring him. All right. And yes, it's you could tell it was a maturity thing. The first 2 years, you could tell he just wasn't taking it seriously enough, especially last year. And I thought he was in danger of being traded last year for how he looked in preseason. But he's another person, yes, because of unfortunate injuries, he has an opportunity to really shine. And look, Jalen Coker is going to be the number 2, but Jalen Coker has an injury history too.
Yeah.
And, they drafted Xavier Liget in the first round. So if he shows that he could play consistently at a top level, he'll surpass Jalen Coker. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Again, all depends on how he approaches the game. Yeah. He's not playing tomorrow though, right? No, he's not.
I would very seriously doubt we see Xavier at all tomorrow.
No, it says right there. And I believe they said he wasn't going to play regardless.
Yeah, because like I said, they're not playing any starters, and essentially he is a starter. If you look at it as starting, playing 3 wide receivers.
Yeah. Who's gonna play better? Warburg wants to know. Kenny or Case? We'll go with Kenny.
Case? Who's
Case
Case?
Keenum, I'm guessing.
No, I don't know.
It's Case Keenum.
Are you talking about Carson? Is that what you mean? Carson Beck is going to be starting for the Cardinals.
Carson Beck, who are we talking about? Carson, yes.
Well, Carson Beck sucks at football, so I'm going to take Kenny.
Carson Beck's having a good camp, though.
Carson, I joke about Carson, but Carson, he's not going to be a superstar. I don't think he has that. But I think if he stays within himself, he doesn't try to do too much, he can be a good, solid backup. And eventually, after a few years, I think he can be one of those bridge starting quarterbacks. He has the ability. It's just there's times, when the game's on the line, when the pressure, ratchets up, that he just makes bad decisions. If he can get that under control, he'll be fine. Kenny Pickett's bad. So I would hope that Kenny would outplay Carson in Carson's first ever NFL action, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right, Danny, go ahead and take care of fat country boy. You can pack him up. I don't know what you thought this was over here, but we ain't starting the show like that. But yeah. Like it's good that he avoided some major injury there. Just a shoulder stinger.
That's crazy that he was telling us what our podcast is about. That's crazy. Wild.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead and pack him up. He gonna learn today. All right. But all right, is that the last one? I can't remember how many I did for.
It looks like it's the last one for Carolina. Yeah.
Okay. So what fat country say? Shelly say he's a troll. He would be on. Yeah, I guess.
Let me ask you something, Shelly. What you doing on Bobby's channel, though?
They can go wherever they want to go.
What side are you on?
I didn't know if y'all want me to be nice at first. Be nice, but you can put in a little time out.
I want you to be yourself, Danny, and you take that however you want to take that.
Listen, Danity, while she handles these things, she's not the only one with wrenches in the chat. I'm just saying, some of y'all with
she's the only one that works.
She's the only one that does her job. Correct. Yes, Danity the Destroyer. Danity, we just want you to be you. That's all. Yeah. Just be you, okay? We trust your judgment. All right. So yes, I'm excited for tomorrow's game. It's always funny, right? Because unless it's your team, you only care about like those first couple of series of football, just so you can see football. You got to see live action. Yeah. Everybody's gonna watch. Everybody's excited about it. And then after the first 2 drives, it's like, okay, I seen enough. Right?
Yeah, it's like when college football's back, you're like, man, I can't wait for that Sam Houston State game. And then after you see him run out and they take a snap or two, you're like, this is bad football. I'm gonna go. I think there's a monk marathon on or something. Like I don't need this.
Right. But I can't wait for that. And then of course next week, that's the only game this week is this game, and then next week it'll be a handful of games. Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you, Suge. Suge's holding it down over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Thank you. D Weezy, what's good? Says I called it last year. Do I need to start back? The Panthers have a better season than Baltimore again.
Well, they're not going to win more games than Baltimore, but they may end up having a better season.
It's possible. It's possible. Okay, right. So since we're talking about the Panthers and they are in the NFC South, let's bring up the Bijan Robinson news. I think that's relevant. First of all, congratulations to him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got an extension, highest paid running back in NFL history. Got a 3-year extension, up to $75 million total value, $51 million guaranteed, $37 million at signing. it was just a few years ago where we were wondering if the league is trying to phase out running backs.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't, Saquon Barkley couldn't get paid, Jonathan Taylor couldn't get paid. It's like, and these are, they're still great today,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just that trend of teams not wanting to pay them, and it's just like me and B we talked through it, and we're like, the league right now is a passing league, but it goes in trends. It's going to go back the other way. Once these defenses catch up to the passing, then teams are going to want to start running again, and then you're going to have more value in running backs. And now it's starting to look that way.
Yeah, and it's also a talent thing. There have been good running backs obviously in the league, but Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs, they're on a different level from even a player like Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan's a very good running back, very explosive running back, but Bijan does everything and does everything at an extremely high level, right? And the other part of it, unlike a guy like Saquon or a guy like Christian McCaffrey, who also do everything at a very high level, hasn't had the injury issues. And the same with Jahmyr Gibbs. So, Saquon tore his ACL early. Christian had multiple injuries early in Carolina, and that kind of brought that doubt in. Like, well, running backs don't really last that long. We don't want to give them a long-term deal and all that. Jahmyr and Bijan have been healthy and rock solid all the way through. So I think they feel much better about giving out a contract like that. Plus, they don't have a quarterback. So, you got to spend your money somewhere.
Hold on. D Weezy doesn't have a wrench? I thought you had a wrench this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna take care of that. My bad, D Weezy. I thought you had one.
See, all you had to do was say something, because closed mouths don't get fed, Derek.
Facts. I got you, Derek. I got you. That's our true day one right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's been holding it down from before YouTube. Yes, we were here before YouTube. We not before YouTube existed, but before we were on YouTube. All right. I wonder what Gibbs is going to get. It has to be a little more than Bijan, right? Yes, because if you're talking about in terms of talent, I think Bijan is more talented than Gibbs. Slightly. It's close.
I would agree with that.
It's close,
mm-hmm.
but I would take Bijan Robinson over Gibbs. It's a tough choice, but yes, Gibbs should get paid more than Bijan because he gets signed after Bijan.
He's going to get $51,001,001.
Yeah. Wait, when is his contract due?
He's sitting out right now to get his new deal, just like Bijan did. They were both holding in, like they were at camp, but they weren't practicing and everything. That's when Bijan got his deal. So I imagine in the next few days here, you'll see Jahmyr Gibbs, and yeah, I think it'll come in right around the same amount. I'm not sure that he'll get more, because I do think Bijan's a more talented player and more highly thought of, but it'll be right around the same amount, I think.
I wouldn't take $1 less, because it's like, this is how the market works. You could say, hey, they could tell you, hey, you're not Bijan Robinson. Cool, go sign Bijan.
And they'll be like,
can't sign
okay.
Bijan. you know what I'm saying? Like he's their Bijan. So
yeah,
congrats to him, man. Congrats to him. Okay, all right. Since I just want to mention this too. Hendo put out a short about this, right? Where you're picking the players. Like, he did that with you too. Like this person versus this person. You pick a person and then you match them with the next person. He did this with Coach for running backs. That was very difficult. That was very, in the beginning it was easy, but then when you get to those top running backs, man, there are some good running backs in this league, man.
Yeah.
Excellent running backs. And it was very difficult in the end, man. I felt Coach's pain.
and one thing too, I see Game Too Easy in the chat there. Just feel terrible for Jalen Walker, who tore his ACL yesterday. He's gonna be out for the season. Hopefully, he has a speedy recovery and he gets back quickly next year and can hit the ground running. Super talented guy. It sucks to see him go down, especially when Karma had such a great target right on the other side of him.
Just missed him. Just off.
Yeah, just missed him.
All right. So we'll get into some Ravens talk. And, since we're talking about contracts, let's go ahead and let's start with the Zay Flowers news that we talked about this morning. Zay Flowers gets paid. 4-year extension, $140 million total value, $108 million guaranteed. 35 million per year average annual value. That's not, I mean, if you include like his contract now, it's a little less. But the new money is 35 million average annual value, which ties Justin Jefferson for fourth highest average among wide receivers.
Yeah.
All right. So well deserved. Was he overpaid? Not even close.
No.
In fact, I think when they saw Chris, I'm not sure what Chris Olave got. He got a lot of money. I think that's what really sparked them to get this done, because had Zay Flowers went through the season and had the season that we expected him to have, even if it wasn't quite that, if it was similar to last year, he's making more than this in the offseason easily.
Yeah, I thought this was a great deal for Baltimore, even at that $35 million. I thought he would get more, but yeah, super talented player. Only going into his fourth year. He's very, very young. He's by far the best weapon that they've ever paired with Lamar Jackson in the past game. So it just makes sense to lock him up and keep him there long term, because essentially what this does, he's under contract for 6 years now. So what this says is he's not hitting free agency again unless Baltimore wants him to.
Facts.
Because he's not going to see the end of that contract, right? Either it doesn't go well and they'll cut him, or more like I think that he just redoes the deal before it comes up again. So I think he's going to be a Raven for the overwhelming majority of his career, and that's a great deal from Eric, a great deal for Zay, and now go and sign your quarterback.
So, okay, a couple questions stem from this. One is Zay Flowers the best receiver we've ever had?
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, it ever had
drafted, yes.
Yeah, he hasn't had the longevity yet of an Anquan Bolton, right?
Yeah.
But he's 1,200 yards in his third year. I think he will be the best receiver that they've ever had.
Well, obviously, Anquan wasn't here that long, though.
They drafted him. No, but I'm just talking about in terms of the totality of his career. Because I mean, if we're just going to limit it to Baltimore, then yeah, he's already the best wide receiver they've ever had.
Excuse me. Yes. Okay. Okay. And if that's the case, is this EDC's greatest accomplishment?
That's still got to be Villanueva, I think, right? How you look at that dude and said, I know nobody else wanted him, but he's definitely still a good starting left tackle in this league. And
before I answer the question, put your answer in first. What kind of season you believe Zay Flowers will have this year? I'm curious because, like you said, you didn't know he was our number one wide receiver, and I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I feel like you're throwing a little shade there. Maybe you think Zay Flowers isn't as good as he actually is, and that's okay. That happens. Look, you're a Cowboys fan, and you're paying attention to your team more than any other team, and sometimes you don't realize how good a player is. Mm-hmm. Zay Flowers is a very good player, but I'm curious, what kind of season do you think he's going to have? You put that in chat. Everybody put that in the chat. We'll answer it, but I want to see what you think, because last year he had what?
A little over 1,200 yards, and I believe it was only 5 touchdowns. Maybe not even 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, I'm not sure that he'll go too much higher on yards. He may even come in a little under if those other wide receivers perform. But I think what you're going to see with him is he's going to get in the end zone a lot more.
Yeah. Okay. Warbone thinks 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. That's solid.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid. DDSQ says 1,400 yards, 6 to 8 touchdowns. Darius says 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. JB said, man, y'all scared. 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns.
But this is the thing and why it's difficult, because Declan Doyle's never called plays, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of how much does he want to throw the ball? How much does Minter want to let them throw the ball? If they still are sticking with their guns and being 3 yards in a cloud of dust, then it's going to be tough, right? But if they open it up and throw the ball like an NFL offense in the year of 2026, then yeah, he could go over 1,400 yards, 1,500 yards. I think he gets right around double-digit touchdowns regardless, though.
Okay. Bub's mom says 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. I be saying, yeah, EDC's best draft pick. Good question. So far, yeah. I'm trying to, yeah. Or Kyle Hamilton. All right.
No.
Okay. All right. He said no, not even close. Let's see.
I believe you added the not even close there, but that's okay.
Myron thinks 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Danny says the way Jacoby's looking, 1,100 yards. So because they both going to be in the thousands. Okay. Okay. I feel you on that. Filthy says Zay is okay, but he's small, on the slower side, doesn't have strong hands, and not a jump ball wide receiver. All you got to do is play press coverage, and you can disrupt him. Not too thrilled about this. Yeah,
That's
tell
crazy.
that to what's the Patriots cornerback?
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, tell him that. That's what he thought, and he was getting cooked.
Like, not it doesn't have strong, but he got 72.9% of his targets last year.
And on the slower side,
1,200 yards on under 120 targets, man. Like,
he's not slow at all.
What you want
listen,
to do?
I understand there's some wide receivers that run like 4.240s now, right? And that's a new 4.3.
Yeah.
But you don't have to run a 4.3 or 4.2 to be fast.
Right. A 4.4 is very fast.
Very fast. And that's straight line speed. And he has amazing lateral speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's coach.
Facts.
Can't press what you can't touch.
Facts. And they're not touching him. If Zay was on the Rams, 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns. Okay. All right. So everybody. So yes. Okay. I think he goes over 1,200 yards and double-digit touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's what I think, and that would be a very good season. I say double digits. I think like 12, 13 touchdowns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice for y'all.
Huh?
That's nice for y'all. Tetaroa, he going 1,500-1,600 for sure. So I'm just saying.
I expect a big year from Tetaroa.
That's right.
You know, I mean, he's the only one healthy.
Sorry, God, man. Don't I know it?
Warbone thinks Lamar's going to struggle this year. Warbone is falling for the narrative.
Oh Lord.
That's where the strays are coming from. He's like, oh, well, if he was with Dallas, he would have this.
When
was the last time we talked about Dak?
Worry about Dak, bro.
I don't even dislike Dak, but when's the last time we had a conversation about Dak?
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Hey fellas, John Brown had 4.2 speed. How'd that work out? Yeah, I mean, listen, just because you're fast doesn't make you good.
Yeah.
You know. And you don't have to be blazing fast to get separation. I think enough receivers throughout history and even currently have proven that. All right. So, okay. All right. So, what we have next? We have a few things to go over. Okay. So, speaking of, we're keeping the conversation of wide receivers going here. Jacoby Lane, you guys have heard what he's been doing in camp. What you mean Lamar can't run the West Coast? What are you talking about?
All
okay. Right. All right, Warbone. All right. You're all right. Is Jacoby Lane ready? All right. Like he has been making plays just about every single day in camp. Amazing plays. One-handed catches like you see right there. He looks like he's more than just a role player, right? Is he ready to step into a bigger role than we initially expected, or is it just training camp?
It's training camp. I mean, right now, like it's like the first week of training camp. Like this is nothing so far. I mean, it's fun, and he's made some impressive catches for sure, but you gotta keep on doing it all summer, and then you have to do it in real games. And they said that he's been cooking Marlowe. Now, whether Marlowe's lost another step or Marlowe just doesn't care because it's training camp and whatever, we'll see. But right now, it doesn't mean much of anything.
Yes, I have been silent on Marlon Humphrey. He hasn't been great in training camp, but I still feel like Marlon Humphrey is gonna be fine this year. I think he's gonna bounce back. Um, Look, maybe Jacoby Lane is that good.
Maybe. And listen, he doesn't need to be a starting wide receiver. He doesn't need to be a guy who goes out there and contributes every week. You have Lamar, you have Derrick Henry, you have Zay Flowers. If he can go out and make, 8 to 10 plays this season, that's good.
Yeah.
Depending on the timing of the plays, like that's a good contribution from Jacoby.
Yeah. Listen, the way he's been playing, he's getting a lot. He's getting more and more reps. It seems like, and he's showing the ability to like the things that he needs to work on. He looks like he's been working on them. I don't know, man. What do y'all think? Do you think where do you think he lands on the wide receiver depth chart? 3, 2, 4? Like where do you because he's standing out more than everybody else. Everybody's there. Like Tez Walker, we've seen Tez Walker at practice. He looks good. And Rashad Bateman looks solid, but he's not making these type of plays. I don't know. I don't think that number 2 spot is locked down. I can see early on. You said it should be?
It shouldn't be. But he's not going to take the number 2 spot in training camp, though. Like you've got to go out and he's got to make some plays in the preseason games and all that to add to the practices. They're not just going to give it to him, with Bateman having been there for 18, 19 years now. Like he's entrenched, but if he goes out and he plays well in the preseason and he continues to practice that well, then yeah, he could absolutely take the number 2 spot. The opportunity is there. It's just you're not going to do it in the first week. Is all I'm saying, with a couple highlight catches.
Facts. Okay. All right. Urban has a request to poll it. Adelia, would you mind making a poll of this? Where will Jacoby Lane be on the wide receiver depth chart? We'll put it's not going to be 1, obviously. Getting too easy says 1, but we'll say 2, 3, or 4. 2, 3, or 4, because you got Tez Walker out there battling, and you got Rashad Bateman out there battling. So we'll see. And Elijah Surratt. We haven't said much about him. The rumor is he's battling a little bit of injury, but he's out there. He was out there today. So we gotta see where that plays. So you have to type. We gotta explain this every time. Don't say wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. Don't add anything extra. You have to type the number 1, the number 2, or the number 3 in the chat. Okay. Now, see, some people jump the gun. Like now, you have to do it. There you go. There you go.
This is ridiculous. The real question is, can Lamar run under center 3 to 5 steps back with his eyes off the defense? Lamar had the highest EPA in the league under center over the last two seasons. So what do you mean that's the question if he can do it?
Now,
like I said, worry about Dak Prescott. That's what you need to be worried about.
Where does Dak rank? I don't even know why you think that. Well, I know why you think that, Warbone, because you watch a lot of mainstream media, and they'll tell you nonsense about what Lamar can't do. The fact is, Lamar can do it all. There's nothing he can't do. Right? He's a generational quarterback. Right? So you can buy into the narratives if you want. I mean, that's on you, but I mean, you just sounded ridiculous. You saying he can't do something, and we just proved to you with facts that he actually can do it. So
now, Dak Prescott, on the other hand, if we look starting in 2020, where he had 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, then he had a great season, 37 and 10. Yeah. Then he came back 23 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. Then he had a great season, 36 and 9. Then he came back 11 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Last season was pretty good, which means y'all about to be trash.
So you're saying he's not consistent.
I mean, I'm not saying it. It's just his career statistics saying it.
Just Al says the mainstream media doesn't think Lamar can read at all. They are so racist. You can't go by them. Facts. You can't. Yeah, you can't buy into those things, man. Like there's a lot of dog whistles that are being made there. So I mean, you can believe if you want, but like I said, I mean, we seen what he's done to your team. All right. So next question. I think is this another receiver one? I'm not sure. Adelia, you let us know. O-line. We got an O-line question.
Is the
all right.
O-line starting to come together? I'm going to throw you a no on that one as well, because it's the first week of camp, and they're not really playing yet.
So no, they're playing. They're playing, and the reason why I asked this question is because Vanga, the first day of the first or second day of pads, he was leveling people. They said he was leveling them. Needs Peebles was one of the victims, right? And he said that playing next to Roger Rosengarten is great. They have great chemistry. He said Rosengarten. He's like, even though it's the second or third year, right?
Yeah.
It feels like he's like a 10-year vet. Like it feels like he has all this knowledge and everything like that. And he just talked about the cohesiveness with the line, bonding with Ronnie Stanley and all them or whatever. So maybe they're more on the same page. Obviously maybe the talent may not be there like we want it, but with Dwayne Leffers coaching and them communicating, the unit plays better as a whole. And it's a question mark. I don't know because we haven't heard a whole lot, especially from the center position. I hear all the players are taking reps at center, which I don't know, man. I don't feel comfortable about that. But it's still early, so I'm not panicking. But I want to see some like decisive depth chart moves there. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess I should take it back because it is asking, are they starting to come together? So yeah, I mean
yes.
that's what you're doing at the beginning of training camp. Yeah, like you said, they need to figure out who's going to be the starter at center. I imagine it'll be the guy who they ran out there and signed as soon as he touched the street, Ethan Pochage. But yeah, I mean this is where you try to start building that chemistry. It's still going to take a while. It's going to take a while. But hopefully they meld together quickly, and they're able to actually protect the quarterback over there.
Yeah, Keelan, what's good? Good to see you. Says, hey, my guys, listen, man. I think Jacoby's legit. Marcus Colston and Hushmanzada, who trains Jacoby, were 7th-round picks, and Ed McCaffrey was a 3rd-round pick. If Jacoby can be that, he's the best wide receiver. Todd Heap also coached him, right? Wasn't that like his high school coach, I believe? Like he's the one that gave the Ravens the intel on Jacoby Lane. Like sometimes, like what we see on tape with these guys, right? You say, hey, they're not doing this, they can't do that. When you really get to know them, they're not doing it because they weren't asked to do it, or they weren't taught to do it. And then once they're taught to do it, you see that they actually can do it. That's the tough thing about scouting. Like there's only so much you can get from watching tape and games. Like you do your best effort, obviously, right? You go off of what you can see, but the interview process and other information, talking to coaches and whatnot, those are important pieces to that. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Ty Heap talking to them and saying, hey, he can do these things. But, he's playing across-side by Kyle Lemon. He wasn't asked to do these things because he does this so great. And, colleges don't develop players nearly as much as you would think they develop them.
And it's not their job to develop them. That's a misconception. Like those guys are trying to win. They're trying to build their career. The coaches in college, they're trying to build their own careers. They're not trying to prepare you to play, wherever you're going to end up in the NFL. Doesn't matter to them.
Yeah. All right, Warbone. Coach gave you a warning. He said you're not acting right. I'm not sure what you're saying in the chat. Lamar will be asked to trust. You still on Lamar, bro? You still on Lamar? Okay. Listen, this is a Warbone special, man. He doesn't want to talk about Dak, so let's talk about Lamar. I get it, man. You want Lamar on your team. I understand. All right. Let's close the poll. I hope you all voted. 67% think Jacoby Lane will be wide receiver 3. So y'all still have faith in Rashad Bateman. Okay. Unless you're saying Tez Walker is going to be number 2.
Damn right. Or Elijah Surratt or whoever. But yeah.
And wide receiver 3 isn't a bad spot. And if that's the case, I would be happy with that. If Rashad Bateman is out there, number 2 wide receiver, playing well, I'm very happy with that. Okay. That remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Is that the last one? We have one more.
Do the Ravens still need more help at wide receiver?
This has been a very wide receiver themed show.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because Stephon Diggs just signed with the Washington Commanders.
He's not the only person that could help. We talked about Keenan Allen.
Keenan's washed.
He's not. You think he's completely washed? I don't think he's completely washed.
I think he is very close to completely washed. I'll put it this way. I don't think he would help.
And there are, and that's not the only way you can acquire. Like maybe we can get somebody through a trade.
Yeah, that's what Eric likes to do.
I understand. I mean, this isn't about what he's going to do. It's about
I know. Yeah. Yes, the answer is yes, they do. Even if Jacoby Lane, like even if you believe in him, and that's fine. Like everybody's excited about the rookies, but it's not a plan to say this 3rd round rookie is going to break out in his, and be our wide receiver 2 and help us get over the hump. Like that's not the way you plan to build a Super Bowl team. Like right. the Rams drafted a wide receiver. They have Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua though. Like you still want to put your best foot forward.
I hate how that's just his name now.
I didn't even realize I said it. I didn't even realize. That's my bad. I did not realize I even said that. But no, like they had good edge rushers in LA, right? And what they do, they said, you know what, let's go get a great one. Like you don't just sit and wait. Like if you have the opportunity to bring in better talent, go do it.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree because we're all hyped up about what Jacoby Lane is doing, but he's still a rookie, and he hasn't played a live game yet. And once they start hitting for real, that changes things. But although I will say I've watched some of his tape in college, he's used to the physicality. Like he's young, he's got that baby face look. He plays around a lot, and you think, oh, he ain't ready for it. But if you watch him play, he has that dog in him for sure.
Yeah, right? and that's fine. But like still, like you said, it doesn't mean that it's going to translate year one.
No. But that's what I was getting.
That's the thing. Like you can't count on that.
But that's what I was getting to. I was just making that point that I do think he's physical, but yes. It goes beyond that though, B, right? He can have a good regular season. Tez Walker could step up, Elijah Surratt could play well, but we're a team that's trying to win a Super Bowl, and when you get to the playoffs, it's an even different speed. They go even faster.
Yeah,
and that's why I don't want to lean on first year, second year wide receivers to get it done, not too heavily. Like if we have like a good veteran presence there, and maybe that's Rashad Bateman this year. Maybe Rashad Bateman is like, okay.
Ooh, that's rough for the young man transitioning to veteran presence already.
He's been in the league long enough. How many years has he been
No,
there?
I know he's this is his 6th year. He's still young. That's what I'm saying. Like it's early to transition to the veteran presence.
Well,
he
I
should
don't mean
still be
I don't
out
mean
there
like
getting
he's
his,
Yeah, he should be. He should be. But I don't. And maybe that's what it is. But I'm saying like between him and Zay, like you have guys that have been there before in the playoffs. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But again, it's not enough for me to feel comfortable. Like have an insurance policy.
Mm-hmm.
Have an insurance policy. Get somebody out there that has solid hands. It's not Chris Moore.
Okay? Go get somebody that makes Jacoby Lane the insurance policy. Like you don't need a backup for Jacoby Lane. Jacoby, like you said, he's never played a game before. Like go get somebody that you expect to be your starter. And if Jacoby Lane is good enough to take it from him, then he takes it from him. If he's not, then he'll just be the 3rd wide receiver.
I didn't make a graphic for this, but Uh, Gage Mick says we need help at tight end now more than wide receiver. How y'all feel about that? Do you think tight end position is an area of need?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one, right? Because the tight
Yeah.
end position can they have longer to kind of grow into their roles because Mark Andrews is fine in the regular season. It's fine. You need somebody else there in the playoffs. They need the wide receivers immediately.
Yeah.
So I still think wide receiver is the the most urgent position.
I think it's tough to say until the regular season starts, right? Because Danny said the tight end room looks disgusting. They looked fine in practice. The two practices that me and Hendo went to, Cuevas stood out to us. Hibner played better in the first practice. The second practice, not so much. But Cuevas has been pretty solid all the way through. But that's one of those things you're not gonna know until they actually start playing. You know.
Oh, Warbone is funny. He looks like the only receivers they got to worry about are Zay and the tight end Mark Andrews. Y'all were dead last in pass defense. You got to worry about everyone.
You have to worry about the groundskeeper.
Right.
You have to worry. You have to worry about the ball boy. Y'all have to.
Y'all gonna start shaking. You see Chris Moore come out on that field. Huh? Like, what are you talking about? Come on, man.
Listen, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you need to keep your head on a swivel, even you left it there. There are no plays off for y'all. Okay,
Adam Randall about to be cooking y'all, man. Like, what do you mean? You ain't gotta worry about it.
That was funny. That was a good one, man. That was a good one. I love how you go hard for your team, though, man. I love it.
Amazing.
Keelan says, I don't know how he's still on the team. Like he's legit washed now. Dude looks like he has a piano on his back when he's running. You talking about Andrews?
Yeah, he's not washed. He's obviously he's not as good as he was, but like he's fine as their regular season tight end. It's not great, but he's fine.
I'll tell you what. I heard two back-to-back reports. They were so similar, I had to rewind it because I thought I was listening to the wrong video. Cordell Woodland, shout out to Cordell Woodland. Me and Hendo met him at one of the practices. Real cool guy. But he talked about the first day in pads and a pass went to Mark Andrews. He had the ball and then he got hit in the back by Malachi Starks. Shout out to Malachi Starks. And jarred the ball loose. Right. And I was like, dang, man, like just over these, I see it too many times with Mark Andrews. Like he catches the ball like he doesn't know people can hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just too light with the ball and he gets. He's like, oh man, where did that come from, bro? You're on the field.
It's like guard.
Right? Yeah. So that happened, and then I heard Cordell Woodland go over practice today, and he said the same thing. And I was like, wait, is this from today? Malachi Starks hit him in the back, drops the ball. And I'm like, man.
You want to talk about good veteran leadership. That's all Mark is doing. He's pumping up that defense right now. He's getting them young playmakers, something to get pumped about. Malachi Starks didn't make a whole lot of plays last year. Okay.
Yeah.
He's getting them the plays in practice right now, getting that confidence up. Look, listen, he's not Trey McBride or Brock Bowers. He's fine. He's there. And you can bring those other guys along more slowly than what you're going to need to do possibly with Jacoby Lane, Elijah Surratt, or whoever. Come on, Danny.
Come on, Danny. See, drop Drews starting early. The names that y'all come up with, man.
Why are you like
names? All right, y'all. We have 100 people in here. Get these likes up, man. I appreciate y'all. Football is back. All right. Hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you didn't hear us earlier talk about our Pick'em League, and Warbone, you need to sign up for the Pick'em League. You doing all this trash talking. Let's see how many right picks that you make. You can pick the Cowboys every week if you want. It's one league. Sign up. It's free. LBHTShow.com. In fact, members.lbhtshow.com. Right. You just go right to the member dashboard. Take 20 seconds to sign up. Right. check that box for the newsletter too. You want that newsletter that comes out every Monday, okay? And then you just make picks. Make your picks every week, and depending on how you rank, you get achievements, you get badges. All right, it's a lot of fun, and it's going to be for bragging rights. All right, that's for the free version. If you want the premium version of what we do, you get access to the overtime show. All right, patreon.com/LBHTShow, or become a channel member. Okay, so the overtime show, that's going to happen right after this show tonight, and we're going to be talking about Adam Schefter, who has ties to the gambling industry. I forget which company it was, but we're going to be talking about his dealings with them. We're going to be talking about FIFA. Just when you thought they couldn't get more corrupt, they're like, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Okay, challenge accepted. And we're going to be talking about Mike Lombardi, who is the GM for the Tar Heels. He's working for Bill Belichick, and he just got suspended. And we're just going to talk about the dumpster fire that is the North Carolina football program. All right. And Coach, thank you for the super chat. It says power ranking ending tomorrow. Yes.
Oh, so the Panthers video's coming out. Nice.
I got some bad news for you, B. They started pretty early.
Son.
I'm going and you I'm going to list all that on the website as well. I haven't forgot about that, Coach. It's going to be all on the website. All the teams, the power rankings, and the videos to each team. If you haven't been following along, go over to the More Sip to Tally and check that out. He has a full breakdown of each team and why they're ranked, where they're ranked.
Well said. Y'all gonna need more than Jacoby and Walker for my Cowboys. Hey, Warbo, do you remember last year when Bryce threw 3 touchdowns and Rico Dowdle went for 240 yards on you and you lost to Carolina? They've got Lamar and Derrick Henry. How do you think that's gonna go?
And
just curious.
Warbo, like honestly, that Dallas game was one of the games I'm just like, they're going to be over in Brazil. It's going to be about who can stay focused. That could be one that we lose just because we got a younger team. But ask yourself, who's going to be less disciplined?
Listen, what that game is about is going to be about Lamar, Derek, Zay, Kyle, Roquan, maybe even Nnamdi at that point. Hopefully he's good to go. Showing out for an international crowd. They're going to make an example of your boys.
We're going to see.
Oh,
I got Sutton from Purple Rain Podcast. Oh, Kobe, super chat. Thank you. We'll get that out. Hey, appreciate that. Ravens wide receiver core reminds me of the Chiefs run.
Like their run to missing the playoffs last year, or which one? Which one do you mean?
No, post Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
They still won it. Yes, okay. that one.
Okay.
Sutton, appreciate you coming through. Says the morning episodes have been my new favorite to watch. Hey, thank you.
It's messed up, Sutton. All right.
He said it just feels a lot more positive. Right. I don't know.
What a jerk. All right, anyway.
33 Lady Rand, what's good? Good to see you. Michael Smith, I see you in here. Says the Cowboys have been an expansion team for 20 years. Man, leave Warbo alone, man. Who's the head coach for the Cowboys now?
Oh man, it's that guy. you know which one. You know him.
I don't know, man.
I forget.
The Cowboys are just there right now.
I don't know. Jason Garrett, part 4. I don't know. What's his? I don't remember what his name is. I honestly don't.
Yeah. This isn't even shade at you, Warbone. Like this is just where the Cowboys are at right now. They should be fun to watch on offense.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, it couldn't possibly be him.
Oh Lord. Ew. My head coach is better than Ravens head coach. Now we know you don't believe that. You couldn't even type that with you were giggling the whole time. Mm. You don't believe that at all. Okay. I'm almost 50. I was in college last time they did anything.
Right. But props to them for staying at the the head of the conversation every single year with 0 accomplishments. That's tough. That's tough to
As
do.
we can't say he had to Google it.
Take it, dude.
Is George Blanda still on the team?
Oh man.
Okay, all right. Let's take this down for a second. Let's take this down for a
That's not
second.
nice.
All right, y'all.
Hang on,
Kobe,
we did get another super chat. Thank you very much. Kobe says excited for Jacoby, but it's unfair to expect much. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It is.
You don't want to put that much expectation on him. And I talked about this before. Expectation versus projection, right? Like you want these guys to do great. And if they do, that's fine. But like, what do you actually expect? He's playing really well right now, so we're really hyped up about him. We're gonna say he's gonna get 1,000 yards. He's gonna get 20 touchdowns. But if he goes out there and he only gives you 500 yards and 5 touchdowns, you're not gonna be like, oh man, what happened? You're gonna say, okay, he 4th round pick or 3rd round pick, solid start. He'll build off of that. But you didn't really expect the 1,000+ yards. If Zay Flowers gets 500 yards and 5 touchdowns, something bad happened.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we talk about when we say expectations. So what are your realistic expectations for him? And that's why we think they need to go look at another wide receiver where there's actual expectations there.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see. Okay. We are an hour into the show. We got a core public opinion. I teased it earlier. Your boy Aaron Rodgers. I can't stand this man. I cannot stand this man. Have you heard about this? He was on a Pat McAfee show, and he's talking about his issues with Anthony Fauci. I don't know why he what this obsession with Anthony Fauci is. For those of y'all who don't know who Anthony Fauci is, he was he led the Human Health Services for like 50 years.
I can tell you exactly what his problem with Anthony Fauci is. It's that Anthony Fauci's smarter than him, and Aaron Rodgers is threatened by anybody who's actually intelligent. He's insecure about it. He doesn't have any clue what he's talking about. He doesn't want to actually put in any work in terms of educating himself. But he just wants to hop on his friend's show, collect his check, and spout nonsense about what he thinks he knows. And people who actually have the expertise threaten him.
Yeah. Director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases from 1984 to 2022, 38 years. Chief Medical Advisor to the President from 2021 to 2022. Leader at NIH for nearly 4 decades. Pioneer in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Responding to emerging threats. Advisor to 7 U.S. presidents. All right. That's Anthony Fauci. What is Aaron Rodgers' deal with Anthony Fauci? Anthony Fauci is a target for right wingers, right? And conspiracy theorists and people that think COVID is going to turn you into that whatever Peter Parker had in the new Spider-Man movie, right? It's going to turn you into that.
God.
The COVID shot, right? They think that's what it's going to turn you into if you get that shot. And really what this comes down to is when it was mandatory for players to get a COVID shot, he lied about getting one, right? And he was asked, and he lied about it. He said, yes, I'm immunized, right? And that was his slick way of trying to say, oh, I didn't say I got the shot. I just said I'm immunized, right? I took ivermectin, okay? And of course he got slammed for that, and he never let that go. And now he's trying to do this thing with Anthony Fauci about trying to discredit what he's done for 50 years and saying, oh, he's a coward, he's an absolute criminal. And this stems from when Anthony Fauci had to go in front of DHS, some board, and ask, it was asked a bunch of questions, and he pled the fifth. The reason why he's pleading the fifth is because it's a kangaroo court, right? This whole administration is trying to put their political enemies in prison, right? So they're trying to create a case against him to throw him in prison. It doesn't matter if he goes out there and says all facts, which he will, they will spin it however they want to. But if he keeps his mouth shut, he has a pardon, right, from Biden, so they can't really do anything with them. So he's like, I'm just not going to say anything to you guys because you guys aren't acting in good faith. But Aaron Rodgers is trying to spin it a different way, and he wants to debate. He wants to debate Anthony Fauci, and he's calling him all this stuff. And it's just like, okay, I don't remember Aaron Rodgers getting his doctorate in anything.
No.
He's not a lawyer. He's not a doctor. Like, why does Anthony Fauci need to spend his time talking to you? On the other side, Diana Rossini, he called her out and is wondering why nobody's talking about Diana Rossini and her relationship with Vrabel, and ESPN talked about Rodgers more than they talked about Diana Rossini. They criticized me more than they criticized Anthony Fauci. So at the end of the day, it's just Aaron Rodgers wants to play the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It comes down to, what about me? And I find it funny that Aaron Rodgers wants to be all in Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini's business, right? And it's just like, you're deflecting now. Like, where did that come from? Like, why do you want? Why is that the thing that you want to bring up, right? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Aaron Rodgers, one of his many lies, said that he was married. Okay, and we just want to know, is she real? Okay, that's all we want. We just want to know, is she real? Apparently, he has a wife that no one's ever seen. She's black. Her name was Brodny or something like that. He talked about her a couple times, but she's very private, y'all. She's very private. No one's ever snapped a picture of her. Yes, Coach said it. Yes, justice for Manti Te'o. All right, we want justice for Manti Te'o over here.
Like, at least he was tricked, right? Like, yeah. Aaron's just making it up.
He's just making it up. He's just making it up. Okay. No, but that's what he said. So you're telling me TMZ hasn't snapped a picture of her. There's no marriage license or any record of him getting married. But yeah, she's just very private, and Aaron Rodgers is so smart, right? He's able to keep it private, even though everybody has phones these days, camera phones, and ways to take pictures and all that stuff. They can't find anything on her other than she's black and her name is Brodny. That's amazing.
It is. But that's what happens when you're dealing with a superior intellect like Aaron. Like, he's 18 steps ahead.
Yes, too much ayahuasca. Too much ayahuasca. And this is part of the reason why he goes on Pat McAfee and says the things that he says. It's to deflect from this nonsense.
Yeah.
So, yes, I just want to bring that up because I cannot stand Aaron Rodgers. He makes me sick with all this. And I'm going to keep bringing this up every time he wants to. Every time he wants to bring attention to himself, I'm going to bring this up. Okay.
Like, I do want to applaud the Pittsburgh Steelers for, they've always been at the forefront of, the race relations in the NFL, right? Obviously, their owners pioneered the Rooney Rule. They always sign black quarterbacks, and give those guys a chance. But they also just have this thing for dirtbag quarterbacks. And I don't understand what it is. I don't know why, but I wish they would get over it.
Okay, we'll bring this down. Out of respect for Brodny. Love West says, not the biggest Aaron fan, but when athletes have these scandals, they put a whole bunch of hit pieces out and talk about it, like Stephon Diggs, Tom Brady. But when it's their turn, it's private. You're talking about the media. Yes.
Well,
yes.
I mean, yes and no. Like, there's a bunch of pictures of Diana and Mike out there too. It's just not her colleagues talking about it, which is different.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't nobody in New England talking about Stephon Diggs either, right? It's the people on the outside who make it a story, and that's fine. But it's the same thing with Diana. Like, people were talking about it. A lot of people were talking about it. People were writing articles about her past issues. People were putting out pictures of them every chance they got. It's just not on, platforms where she has friends or things like that. Which, I mean, that's just how people are.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a blind spot for mainstream media, and these companies for a long time would tell them like, hey, you don't, we're not going to discuss that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They like to keep it in the house, and it was a double standard of sorts, right? Which is why we talk about some of that stuff on here in the overtime show at times, because it's like, hey, it's fair game. You guys want to be stars. This is part of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like B said, this has been covered a whole lot more than Aaron Rodgers. Who's talking about Aaron Rodgers these days? Y'all didn't even know about this fake wife, right? Because he goes on Joe Rogan, who's not relevant anymore, and says it's nonsense and doesn't get picked up. He goes on Pat McAfee. I'm not gonna say Pat McAfee isn't relevant, but who cares?
Well, we're getting close.
Yeah. Just wait a few more months. And he says these things, and nobody's paying attention to him
until that album drops, anyway. And
oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Is that a rap album? Like, what kind of?
I don't know. It looks like it's rap coded, but I don't know. I've never heard his music, and I don't intend to. So,
yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is with Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna keep bringing it up as long as he wants to keep talking. Show us the marriage license. He made her black to deflect from those racist charges. What charges? I didn't hear. What did he say?
I love the way he worded that too. He made her black. not even gonna give any credence to the idea that he could possibly have a wife.
Yes. Kobe's the one that got this going for us. Kobe's the one, because he said on the morning show, I was like, fake wife. What? And I looked into it. I was like, huh. I can't find anything on her. We're still looking. Don't worry, Aaron. Don't you worry. Good thing this is Aaron Rodgers' last year. We'll see. I thought last year was his last year.
Yeah, should have been.
Okay, that's it for Court Public Opinion. He's guilty.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's do the poll, and then we have some questions for submitted questions, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's do the poll question. Which new era storyline are you most nervous about?
And we got Declan Doyle's offense click before the Ravens week 1 gets here. Can the Panthers defense survive without Nick Scorton? Is the Ravens backup QB situation a real problem? Is Xavier Legette really ready for a bigger role or other? Somebody voted for other, but you lost, so we're not going to read that. A 3-way tie here. Nobody worried about the backup QB situation because Tyler Huntley's back, Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley. But obviously the answer here is, can the Panthers defense survive without Nick Scorton?
I don't think Nick Scorton was really in the plans.
That's not it. I actually, it's Declan Doyle's offense clicking before week 1. I think it will. I think they'll be fine. And even if it doesn't matter because they don't play a real team until midseason.
That's the thing, right? Even if it's not really clicking, it's gonna look like it.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like it. And they have, I mean, again, we don't know. We don't know these guys, but they speak with a lot of confidence, a lot of certainty, and they push that onto the players, and the players buy into it, and that's 90% of it right there.
Yeah,
they buy into it. And I remember B told me this a long time ago. We were talking about Cam Newton's MVP season, and you were talking about how basic the offense was, and you're like, they're not even doing anything. There's nothing special about the offense. There's nothing complicated about the offense. It's just that Cam Newton has mastered it, and the rest of the team has mastered it. And when everybody's on the same page and you have talent, you can do great things with basic plays.
Yeah, execution is more important than whatever scheme you decide to run. Any scheme will work if you have the talent and execution to run it.
Yeah, like that clip where he's at the line and who was it? Was it
it was Thor.
Matthews, Clay Matthews.
Yeah.
It was Clay Matthews was trying to tell defense, hey, they're running this. And he laughed. He was like, oh, you've been watching tape, huh? He's like, yeah. He's like, that's cool. Watch this. He told me, he's like, it's a real route. He's like, oh, you've been watching tape. And ran the real route, passed to Christian McCaffrey, touchdown. Didn't matter. We know it's coming. We know you know it's coming. You're not gonna stop it, right? That's what talent gets you, you know. And I think the repetition that they do, the way that they challenge each person to know what they're doing out there, that's going to pay off. They'll let the talent shine from there. So, yeah. And Xavier Legette, I want to. That's a big one, right? Is he ready for a bigger role? Because he's putting in the work. You know, there's a need for somebody to step up there, and if he does, that opens up everything for the offense.
It'll be huge for Carolina if he's able to go out there. And again, like I'm saying, not saying that he was going to go out and have 800, 1,000 yards or whatever, but if he's able to go out there and be a positive contributor every week, that'll be huge for Carolina.
Yeah. All right, that's the poll question. All right, submitted questions.
Submitted questions. I'll go ahead and throw this one out to you first. Before we get into the others, this is from Urban. It says, give us some words of wisdom for life in general.
Words of wisdom for life in general. Oh yes, man, that's very broad.
Yes, it is.
That's very broad. Okay. If I was telling my kids, like, you know, as an adult, you know, I mean, it's going to sound pretty cliche, but, you know, always work hard, you know, for the things that you want. Don't take anything for granted. I mean, this is all cliche stuff, but this is real stuff, you know. Have a circle that you can trust. It doesn't have to be a big circle, but have a circle that you can trust, and they can trust you. They can rely on you, you know. Yeah, that's the main thing. You know, work hard. Whatever you want to do in life, nothing comes easy. I tell this to Steven all the time, right? I'm like, there are no easy routes to anything. There are some things that might look easy, or they can become easy after you've mastered it. But it's always going to be some work. It's always going to be some challenge in the beginning. So you have to take challenges on with that mentality of, look, it is what it is, but I'm going to learn it. I'm going to master it. And then you can coast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say take advantage or be grateful and spend as much time as you can with your family and your close friends while you can. And I'll say something else and I just forgot.
Jay says, never sacrifice your core beliefs for anyone or anything. Facts.
I can't.
Still thinking?
Oh my god! I had it. I was the whole time you were talking. I was like, I know what I'm gonna say, and now we're here.
That's all right. If it comes back to you, it's fine. Yes, words to live by. There you go.
Oh, I know what it was. You know, I said the family and your close friends, most important things in life, more important than the money, more important than, you know, anything else. And also, don't hold grudges over small stuff, right? Because you're never, ever going to be able to get the time back. It's the one thing you can't replace. And, you know, even if you do eventually reconcile over whatever it was, you're going to regret the time you missed.
Yep. That's true. You know, always let your loved ones know that you love them. I tell my kids all the time that I love them. They're sick of hearing it. I know, Dad. All right, just letting you know. So, okay. What's the next question?
Next up is from Urban as well. Is Jacoby Lane potentially going to be our T. Higgins, if not better? If so, why or why not? That's again, you know, I don't put those kind of expectations on him. He's a third-round pick. He's not going to be the top guy. T. Higgins was the number one wide receiver as a rookie. You know, He had to come out and perform. Jacoby has the ability to kind of ease his way in, and I think that they should do that with him, right? Uh, but I mean, sure, he has the potential to be it, right? I mean, sky's the limit at this point. He hasn't taken a snap in the NFL. We don't know exactly what he's going to be. He makes those great catches. If he can, have the rest of the game to go with it, why can't he?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's yes, you're right, Killer. It's too early to say. He's made some nice catches in training camp, and if he can stack on top of that, then I mean, T Higgins. I mean, he'll be better than T Higgins, right? Like he could be more like a Plaxico Burress type receiver. I can see that for him. But it's early to tell. Like I don't want to get too hyped off of practice. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Get to preseason, then get to your regular season games, and then we'll see how you're looking. We'll see how you're looking next year and the year after. Right? He's very young, but the potential is there for sure. There's some guys we could look at early on and be like, nah, not it, right? But I'm glad we're seeing the potential with Jacoby. So that's good.
Hey, Suge says, "Hey fam, Spider-Man has made 900 million in his opening weekend. Are you
Billion now.
surprised, or are we over superhero fatigue?" There was no superhero fatigue. There's bad movie fatigue.
Yes.
Spider-Man, they've made now. I haven't seen the new one, but from all accounts, 4 good movies. So people will always go and see good movies, except for that one that I know you're very upset about, Sugar. So we won't bring it up here. But no, it wasn't. It wasn't superhero fatigue. It's just they put out a string of kind of disappointing movies, and
Yeah.
so people just weren't feeling.
Yeah, I'm still fatigued from those bad movies.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna watch Spider-Man. I'm gonna watch Doomsday. We talked about it on the overtime show. I'm gonna watch Doomsday. I'm just not hyped about it like I used to be for these movies because they've been bad. uh, Purple Rain Podcast Sutton says Spider-Man was a solid 9 out of 10 for me. It was nice setup for the next movies. Okay. Yeah, everybody that I talked to said it was really good. Yeah.
All right, next up, from Manip, Manip.
Yeah.
Who are the 2 teams you think will make it to the Super Bowl, and who would be your dream matchup aside from the Panthers versus Ravens? Okay, first of all, if you don't know that the Panthers are going, you're the one dreaming. All right.
That's not fair. That's like saying, hey, we're gonna go to the cookie shop, but you can't get any cookies.
Shortbread for you.
Yeah.
So, I think it's going to be the Rams. You saw they worked out this lesser known kid, Aaron Donald, today out of Pittsburgh, defensive tackle. I think he's going to work out. I think so. I think they are going to represent the NFC, and from the AFC. And I cannot tell you how much I hate to say this. I cannot. But I'm gonna pick the Buffalo Bills because I don't think with the brand new entire coaching staff, all the turnover, that Baltimore's gonna get there in year 1. So I'm gonna take Buffalo versus the Rams, and I'm gonna take the Rams to rip out that city's heart again. Let's do it.
I think. See, but Buffalo has some turnover too, and they got a new coach.
Yeah.
And
no, that's true.
actually,
I forgot they hired a new coach, but it's not an entirely new staff. They just promoted somebody.
I actually think I think Buffalo's gonna take a step back.
You think so? It's possible.
Yeah, I think they're still gonna be in the playoffs. Oh, thank you, TC. Thank you for that super chat, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Maybe I'm buying a little too much of the Big Reg Kool-Aid and Skylar Bell. Okay, but
yeah,
I think they'll be there. I don't think the Chiefs will be back. I think they still got some issues there, and Pat Mahomes coming back from his ACL, obviously. I'm sorry, Adelia. I'm just not a huge Bo Nix fan. Like I just don't. I think last year was the year, and unfortunately, he got hurt. AFC North is funny. That's a joke. AFC South also very funny joke. So I don't think the Patriots are going.
I think that's why I think I feel strong about the Ravens. I can see the Ravens. I can see the Patriots being there just because like the AFC. And I'm not writing off the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs could be back there. That would not surprise me. I think. You know what? Now I think about it, healthy Mahomes, the road still goes through Kansas City, right? We can get through them, but the road goes through Kansas City. I think they'll be the team that you have to beat to get to the Super Bowl.
I don't think they will, man. Like, especially, Rashee Rice isn't there at the moment. Xavier Worthy has not lived up to what they thought he would be. I know they brought in Kenneth Walker. They got some turnover on defense. They lost their entire secondary.
Yeah.
I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to be the dominant Chiefs that we've seen before. Yeah. I think they're another year away.
On the NFC side, I'm going to say the Eagles go back. The Rams right now look like they have everything they need to make another run.
Mm-hmm.
What could derail them? Matthew Stafford turns, huh?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. He runs into Bryce Young. Matthew Stafford, it could be it. Like, Puka Nacua may not, he may not be available. Devontae Adams a little bit older, Matthew Stafford a little bit older. He's already close to retirement. Maybe it catches up with them. It only needs to catch up with them just a little bit because you got the Rams, you got the Seahawks, you got the Eagles. All the teams are right there. The age only needs to catch up just a smidge for them to fall off. Not completely fall off, but I mean, to be behind those other teams. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you something. A serious question. What would Matt Stafford falling off even look like? Random interceptions at the most inopportune times. The thing that he's been doing for a decade,
his entire career.
His signature thing. I think
OTR Mike used to do this all the time. We watch these games from him, and he'd be like, "Zay, he's due for an interception right about now," and he throw an interception right on cue.
He loves it, man. He loves it. So I think they'll be all right. I think Aaron Donald gonna have 55 sacks this year, man. Next up, the last question, and this one's from Urban as well. Possibly the greatest and most profound question that we ever had on submitted questions. So thank you very much, Urban. I appreciate it. This last question: does John Harbaugh know who he's coaching for and who has it better than them? Yes and no, I think, to that, right? He definitely knows he's coaching the New York Giants.
I'm waiting to see if he makes them say that, and I want to see how they react to it.
He keeps asking everybody he meets, who's got it better than us, and who has an answer for him? Nobody.
I'm waiting for them to have to do that the first time, and just them not be enthusiastic about it at all.
Listen. No chance of that. Jackson Dart and that. Well, I was going to say and that moron Cam Scatterbo, but let me back it up. Those morons, Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo, will be all about that.
Where's Ferris? I need a training camp report. Like, how's Cam Scatterbo's knee? Like, did he get a mysterious injury? Is he sitting out because veteran days or whatever? Like, I saw that backflip when his knee buckled and he played it off. But I feel like he was playing. I feel like there's more there. I feel like he was playing it off for the camera. But he might have hurt himself. We need a Cam Scatterbo knee watch. Okay.
Yeah. What we need is for them to get a real running back. You let go of Saquon Barkley to draft Cam Scatterbo? That's what you do?
That was not ideal. Not idea. Am says that knee is cooked. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. Jackson Dart threw a football at a defender yesterday, causing a fight. Oh, I did see that one still shot of that D tackle making that one-handed interception in the end zone.
That was an incredible picture.
Who was that?
I don't remember. I don't remember who they said it was.
He didn't. Let me tell you something.
One of their D tackles.
He did not look like a D tackle.
No. Amazing picture.
Yes. Great play. That was a great play. But I don't know. We'll see. I will be watching. I will be watching the Giants this year for the meltdown. Oh, Ferris is at work. Okay. But yes, we'll get some more information about that, and let's see what excuse they make for Cam Scatterbo not playing or playing very few snaps. Giants believing in Cam Scatterbo is like the Browns trying to convince us of Peyton Hillis. Yeah, he had that one
Hey,
year. He even
he
made the
was
Madden
he was on
cover.
the cover of Madden, and then he went away.
Yeah, well, he had on the coach's wife.
Well, but that wasn't in Cleveland, so
Oh, that's
that
right.
was,
That's
that
right.
was Denver. That was Josh McDaniels.
That's right.
And I'm like, man, listen, I get that you didn't like it, but like, he said he didn't know it was your wife. All right, man, that's what I'm talking. Let it go.
Yeah.
You got rid of your franchise running back because of that. Like they believed it at the time, so I don't know.
But
Whatever.
that's a story that Peyton Hills put out there. But the reality is, he's just like, no, you're just not good. Boy, is it because I hit on your wife? No, you're just not good. The Peyton, don't do that. Give us the playbook, please.
Imagine a long-term backfield of Tim Tebow and Peyton Hillis. Who's stopping it?
We're gonna find out with the Giants. All right, y'all. That's the show. We still got 80 people in here. Salute to y'all, man. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go check out our website, LBHTShow.com. Go over to the member dashboard and sign up for a free account, okay? And then you'll be ready for the season for our Pick'em League. All right, that's going to be a lot of fun. If you want some more premium content, you want to hang out with us a little bit more, you can do that through our Patreon, patreon.com/LBHTShow, or become a channel member, and that's where you can find the Overtime Show. That's where we're going next. What you reading, B?
I'm saying you couldn't tell me Peyton wasn't going to be bloody nose bruh from Tampa. Talking about Mike Allstott. Listen, for that 1 year, that one glorious year, he was better than Mike Allstott. But it was the tortoise in the hare. Mike knew. He's like, hey, you can't get all the yards in one season.
Yeah.
You gotta spread it out.
What you mean, RP Peyton Hillis? He's not dead. No, he's not dead.
Maybe he just means his career.
Yeah, well, yes, his career was long gone. No, he's still around. I don't know what he's doing, but
earlier we were talking about how the Falcons gave that contract to Bijan Robinson because they got to spend their money somewhere.
He drowned?
What? No, he didn't. Really? I don't think he did. I don't remember hearing that. That'd be very unfortunate.
Let me see. Peyton Hillis. Are you thinking of somebody else?
Probably.
Peyton Hillis is not dead. He survived a near-drowning incident on January 4th, 2023, after saving his son and niece from a rip current in Pensacola, Florida.
Come on, Cam. You be a real Ferris right now, bro. You gotta, if you're gonna be reporting people's deaths, you gotta have it locked down. All right.
Listen. Sutton has laid down the challenge for y'all. Said can't wait to smoke everyone in the Pick'em League this year.
Come on, Sutton.
All right.
If you picking games like you picking wide receivers, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Where's the book? How dare you?
What do you mean? Where's the book?
Put it. Sutton, we got one. We got one right there. Put him in the book. Put him in the book.
The real question is, where's his boy at?
Oh my God! You know what? We cannot wait. We cannot wait for the season. Put him in the book. Yes.
Unbelievable.
All right, man. Let's get out of here. Adelia, are you ready? Adelia is ready. B, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Patreon members, premium members, I'm going to say. Premium members, get ready. The Overtime Show is starting right now. Everybody else, have a great night, and we will see you next time. Peace.